Hi everyone, welcome back. Everyone was looking forward to seeing me jump from here and die. An overwhelming mass of negative emotion pounded at me. Say, is anyone out there my ally? I don't know, talk to me. I don't know what's going on either. But first I'm going to take another sip of Sensord brand of fizzy drink. Damn you, product placement. Damn you. Alright. What? Isn't that our sister? Suddenly, I heard a voice calling my name in the midst of the commotion. Oh, no, it's not. A voice I was accustomed to hearing, a voice I knew, the voice of my solitary ally. I wasn't imagining things, nor was it an oral hallucination. I think it is. Remy. Remy was calling me from somewhere. Where? Where was she? I frenetically sought out her form. But there were too many people, and it was impossible to distinguish a single person out of all of them. From this height, struck by despair, I hung my head in chagrin. Consequently, I ended up looking directly down, and there stood the figure of a girl looking up at me, waving her arms wide.
Remy!
She was there. She was there for me. She'd come to save me. Overjoyed, feeling as if I'd been saved, I nodded again and again. My field of sight blurred with tears. Not wanting to lose sight of Remy for a single second, I scrubbed the tears away. However, when I gazed once more at the place from which Remy had been waving her hand at me, something seemed strange. For some reason, the horde of people in the area had surrounded Remy and were pushing closer to her. With her at the center, their black heads surged and fell. Several hoodlums among them stretched their hands toward Remy and began jostling her. She fought back, trying to shake them off and flee, but she was surrounded by too many people, unable to move so much as a single step, as if she were being crammed in a morning train full of commuting workers.
ChäoS, Remyに手を出すなよ.
I faintly heard Remy screaming. The guys gradually escalated their behavior, and their numbers grew greater as well. As they moshed her, they pulled at her clothes, stripping her top off.
やめろよ。そんなエロゲみたいなこと、やめて。リミ、逃げて。そこから逃げろ。それで、早く僕を助けに来て。
My prayer didn't go true. The horde surging toward her kept multiplying, and Remy's solitary resistance had virtually no effect. Countless men tore her clothing, pulled her hair, dragged her along the pavement. Her figure had already disappeared inside the mass of people, and I could no longer see her. Like hyenas swarming at the corpse of an animal, even more folk squirmed into the place where Remy had vanished from sight. How could they? How could they? They were going to rape her. This fox who had been gathered by Shogun and placed under his mind control had roughed Remy up and tainted her with their filthy hands. And surely she would die a hideous death after they violated her. Tears overflowed. I bit my lip hard. I wasn't simply crying out of sorrow and aggravation over what was happening to Remy. More so than that, I wept from the terror of being forced to see that all the people here were my enemies. I could no longer flee anywhere from here. But Nanami.
どうせ生意気なナミッチのことだからさ。ここでタッキーが頑張って助けたって感謝してくれなさそうじゃん。
I took a sharp breath as Sarah's words cut to the core of the matter. True enough, regardless of whether I bet my life to help her, Nanami would definitely say,
お兄のせいでこんな目にあったんだからね。 バカ。
Forget thanking me. On the contrary, she'd excoriate me. I'd be compelled to live out my life with even my family despising me. Whatever else there was to say about it, Nanami was ultimately my 3D little sister. I didn't mow over her, and she didn't have the lovely soul of a 2D character. She was always looking down at me, and secretly, no, blatantly making a fool out of me. It wasn't any of my business what had happened to such an impertinent sister. Seraton was one thing, but it wasn't worthwhile to gamble my life on a shitty little sister like her.
タッキー、自分のことだけ考えよう。私はさ、タッキーに死んでほしくないの。こうしてずっとタッキーの脳内で二人きりでお話し続けたいんよ。
Me too. I'm never as calm as when I'm talking to Seraton. I don't give a crap about Nanami.
死にたくない。痛いのは嫌だ。死ぬのは嫌だ。消えるのは嫌だ。ナナミがどうなろうと、僕は痛くも痒くもない。
I muttered, as though to persuade myself. The one on the right wasn't Shogun, it was Seraton.
あの剣に見えるだけで剣じゃない。ただの光の反射とか目の錯覚だ。
そうだよ。さあ、帰ろう。帰ったらさ、私のパンツ見ながらいっぱいオナニーしていいから。
僕帰る。帰ってセーラタンでハーハーするよ。
嬉しいな。
Jesus.
タッキーのためにエッチなポーズたくさんしてあげるね。
I slowly pulled back out my outstretched hand. I slowly pulled back my outstretched hand. That alone made me feel very much at peace. I took Seraton on my breast pocket and contemplated her smile. As long as I had Seraton's forgiveness, I didn't need anything else. I sniffled up the stuff running from my nose. I veered around and walked up to Shogun.
誰が動いていいと許可した？クエストはまだクリアしていないぞ。
僕は勇者なんかじゃない。妹一人救えないようなヘタレな妹だよ。僕に期待しないで、僕を見ないで、僕をそっとしておいて。
ではナナミちゃんは殺すことにするよ。
どうせもう死んでる。
She was already dead. Shogun had brutally murdered her. Tomorrow, they'd report about it all over the place as the 6th new gen case. It saddened me, but I couldn't do anything about it. And that's the end of the morsel. Oh, fuck me. Oh boy. Yeah. The sound of water dripping. It wasn't a rivulet of water. Nanami's blood. Pure red blood tickling from the stump of her wrist.
なんで助けてくれなかったの？鬼って最低。
I screamed at the top of my lungs. The world went crimson. Fury and grief and shame grabbed my thoughts to a pulp. I charged blindly at Shogun. I grabbed at him, sitting still in the shadows, but there was less of a physical response than I'd expected. I fell headlong together with the wheelchair. I must have hit my knee. Pain shot through it. Grimacing, I looked about in confusion for the person who had been sitting in the wheelchair. A head had tumbled down by my feet. I gingerly reached for it. It was very hard. Rather than a once living head, it was clearly something akin to a helmet. A pitch black helmet. Hello, Darth Vader and Shredder.
ダーススパイダー。
What? Chapter 7, Psychopath. Which is a great song, by the way, by Yuyo Yuppe. So look that up. Well, that's Chapter 7, so... Well, that's it. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.